Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Monday afternoon, evening. Depends on where you are in the world. I think for some of you, it might actually already be Tuesday, but seems like I was just here. And I was early this morning watching that ULA rocket launch, which was a success. And then it spit out the Astrobotic Peregrine lunar lander, and they're having some difficulties with their lunar lander. So we'll go over that in the stream, get updated on that. If you're not following me on X Twitter, where I'm keeping everyone up to date, but somebody asked for an update. So I will definitely be updating here on the stream as well. And then we're going to talk about Bitcoin dominance again, the Bitcoin Doge trading pair, and what are you guys doing now when you're looking? Are you excited about this Bitcoin spot ETF? So you're buying Bitcoin, or are you scooping up some Doge at possibly some nice low prices here, or what could be considered low? We will see. And maybe other altcoins. So we're going to talk about altcoins. We're going to talk about Bitcoin ETFs and Doge, what's going on with Doge as well, and all of that in this live stream. Welcome. I will drop down here in the corner, and I mean, look, we got a pump today for Doge. This is great, up over 8 cents. Bitcoin's even higher. So Doge up 3.5%, Bitcoin up 7%. So Bitcoin double the gains in percentage-wise compared to Doge. I mean, here was Bitcoin here trading at 44K, and this morning had this jump up to 45K. It was like, okay, that's a good jump, right? Well, they weren't done yet. Went ahead and jumped up again. Didn't stop at 46K. No. Went up to 47K. So 2 big moves by Bitcoin today, which of course I think is all related to the pending approval of the Bitcoin spot ETFs that, of course, I had been calling for 3 months now, and we'll look at that as well, because that's behind all of this. But as I said in today's video, if I zoom out to the 4-hour here, I would not be surprised. Oh, let me delete that. I would not be surprised if get here. There we go. I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin kind of come around here, up and down, maybe for a day or two. It could be tonight, or it could be tomorrow night, where in the nighttime hours, they dump it again, one last time, in order to wipe out more leveraged long positions before taking off. So when that happens, and how that happens is something that we'll be watching, but this is my guess. I guess that downward trend is on Wednesday. I need to move that over So that's actually Tuesday night, right? Because that's still showing Wednesday. Yeah, it's got to be Tuesday night. Ba, 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 ba. Because I got to get it right for you guys, because that's what I do, right? Yeah, something like that. And then we'll see that take off. So something like that. That's what I see happening. Again, those that are trading on leverage, those who are shorting, you're just asking to get wrecked. Every once in a while, you're going to get one right? But more times than not, you're going to get wrecked, because that's how crypto trades. And once you learn it, you'll love it. Again, I'm a DCA buy and hold kind of guy. That's just how I'm trading crypto this cycle. I did a couple swing trades early in 2023. And then later in 2023, I moved out of some positions into some other positions, took some profits on some alts, and then moved them over to other alts that hadn't run yet, because that's what alts do too. Some of them run, and then I hear people, oh, Dogecoin's not running, but all these other cryptos are doing well, but Dogecoin sucks. Dogecoin will have its day. It will do its run. So we'll be talking about that too. How's everybody doing? Jason bought some Doge, like every day. Tech also bought more Doge today. And you know, with Dogecoin, what we saw today, and I'll get out of this 4-hour chart, come back to the 15 minutes. Here's what we saw with Dogecoin is I had seen this, let me go back, hold on just a second, to the 4-hour chart. We had seen this trading, right, where we saw the big dip that we had here on the 3rd of January. Doge traded back up. And then we actually had 1, 2, and then a third drop. And that third drop that we had, I thought was going to be it. And so last night, I drew this, or yesterday, I drew this white line here saying, okay, that's where I think it's going to be. That was at 7.7 cents. Looking at the chart, that's where I thought it was going to be. And look what it did. It came down, hit 7.7, came up just for like a little bit, and then broke down below it. But look what happened. When it traded back up, where did it trade back up to? Right at 7.7 cents. That becomes, support becomes a resistance, trades down, and then breaks back above it. But what does it do before completely taking off? Comes back, retests 7.7, and then takes off. That is classic trading right there. Classic trading of dropping down, hitting support, then breaking support. Support then becomes resistance. Resistance then becomes support again. That is the most bullish chart there can be, is that kind of trading on a chart. That is the most bullish thing you can have. Will it eventually maybe come back and try and retest this? Probably not. What it would most likely do is probably retest some support, maybe at like 7.9. That would be my guess there. If it's going to retest, it's going to retest higher now because of this trading. That's typically what we see. So if you wanted to snatch up Dogecoin at 7.5 cents, that probably was your last opportunity to do so. That was probably it for Doge. Now you may be lucky to get some below 8 cents. Like I said, maybe down to like 7.9, what I'm looking at on the charts now for Dogecoin. For Bitcoin, Bitcoin's chart wasn't as clear when it comes to that kind of trading because it really didn't have a big drop. That's mostly because you don't have the selling with Bitcoin that you have with Dogecoin. Dogecoin's price is going down, and you get all these retail traders going, oh, Dogecoin's dropping, and you sell your Dogecoin. What are you doing selling your Dogecoin? Right? What are you doing? So you don't see the same thing with the Bitcoin chart. The Bitcoin chart is just up, 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 and then some sideways stuff. So yeah, this is my technical stuff right here. My technical stuff. There's some classic Kriss technical stuff right there on that chart. So we will see whether this comes back and retests 7.9. I would bet on it. Gambling only in terms of crypto trading, of course. So yeah, so that's what I saw there with the trading over the past day in Dogecoin. Thank you for the sick intro. I have fun with it. I have fun with my intros. Glad you enjoyed it. For those just joining, my live streams have these little fun videos that I've made, and I rotate them through. And this week, again, the theme is Dogecoin to the moon, and we will update the Astrobotic Peregrine Lunar Lander in just a little bit. Ryan was buying at 7.6 cents. Good. Curtis, you got your Dogecoin shirt. Also, awesome. Yeah, I don't have my page up here. I got to do my page here, right? This is Kriss packs, right? Do I have the Kriss packs? I don't. So I got to go Spreadshirt, right? Spreadshirt. Because I don't have it up. Spreadshirt. There's my shop right there, the Kriss store. For those, what's KP talking about there? He's talking about my shop, and I have a link in the description below for some Doge merch. For those that are interested, check it out. You can come down here and just say Discover Designs, and you can see all the different designs I have. Got a few other things. If you want to get somebody a Bitcoin logo, you can do that too. Here's the Dogecoin radius, and I have that right here on a cup. I got a mug right there with the Dogecoin radius on it. Very classy for Dogecoin merch. So you can check that out in the store. Link in the description below will get you to the Kriss store for some Doge merch if you're looking for some. So that's what Mr. KP is referencing there. Hi, Ryan. Watch part of this morning's stream. Yeah, it was a very exciting rocket launch. And we were having fun along the way too, but it was neat to watch that, although it was 2 o'clock in the morning here. But at night, just seeing, right, the flames coming out and the rocket launching, that was very, very cool. But what is happening today? So I've been posting on my X Twitter account. Follow me at KrissPacks. And we had some updates here. They're having some difficulties after successfully separating from the ULA Vulcan rocket. Astrobotic's Peregrine Lunar Lander began receiving telemetry via the NASA Deep Space Network. But unfortunately, an anomaly occurred, and they weren't able to achieve a stable sun pointing orientation. So they're having some difficulty there trying to figure out what that was. Update number 2 was they got that worked out, but something with the propulsion is happening that they were sensing. Needed to figure that out. Update number 3. Okay, they got the solar array pointing towards the sun, recharging batteries, but they think that there's a failure with their propulsion system. And then the next update was that it looks like they have a critical loss of propellant. That critical loss of propellant could mean that the Peregrine Lunar Lander may not be able to make a moon landing, which is tough. This Dogecoin may not make it to the moon. Frowny face. And that's what I posted there. So, and then they did this final, they got a camera working, and they were taking some pictures of the lunar lander, which is out in space somewhere. I mean, they know where it is, but the insulation here, this is supposed to be nice and smooth. There's some anomalies on it, as well as on this support here. So something happened, and they're trying to figure out what happened and what their choices are going forward. So yeah, it doesn't look good. The ULA launch part was all good. They did what they needed to do. Apparently, it all looked good. And then the Peregrine lunar lander, something happened to it. Now, did something happen to it before it detached or after it detached? We don't know. So more to come on that. So again, for those that have been paying attention, this was the first moon mission. There's a second one, which is SpaceX's. The SpaceX moon mission, the Doge 1 mission, slated for some window between February 12th and February 15th for launch. And I will post that live, or we'll be live streaming when that happens as well. And I was hoping to be live streaming when this lunar lander landed on the moon around February 23rd. That may not happen. So I'll keep you updated on X Twitter, and of course during live streams through the week here. Just to give you an update this week, Wednesday's live stream doesn't look like it's going to happen. I going to the Boston Celtics basketball game on Wednesday, and so we'll not be doing a live stream on Wednesday. So give you a heads up there. This is the first Wednesday I've missed in a long time. But Wednesday should be an exciting day if the Bitcoin spot ETF is approved. And maybe I'll come on later after I get back home from the game, which could be like 11 o'clock at night or something. So we'll see what's going on there. Stay tuned. But it could be a late one on Wednesday night, if indeed that is what's happening. So we'll watch that. Meanwhile, Doge going up, 8.15. We've got green candles. Green candles while Kriss is live streaming. Always a good sign, right? Always a good sign there. As Bitcoin reemerges back above 47K. So we will watch that as well. What else going on? Let me... Adam K. from Wadsworth, Ohio, welcome. Hey, Vamps, how are you? The alts will run after Bitcoin. I agree with that, Jason. We'll get into that in just a minute. Exciting days in the world of crypto, absolutely. Ryan says, dump it. Hassan, how are you? Doge to the moon, I hope so. I hope so. And yes, Ryan, I'm also a renowned analyst. Not named by me. Someone else gave me that, which is awesome. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. If a Bitcoin ETF isn't approved, wouldn't we see Doge back below? Yeah, but that's not going to happen, Ryan. It's not going to happen. Go to my YouTube channel, go to videos, and scroll down. I got a lot of videos. To 3 months ago, and I had this video that was called The Date When the Crypto Bull Market Starts. The date when the next crypto bull market starts, from 3 months ago. And in that video, I predicted January 10th. January 10th, 2024. That's what I said 7.5 minutes into that video. Again, that is the date the next crypto bull market begins. January 10th, 2024. And when did I say this? I said this 3 months ago. 3 months ago. So, and now here we are. And now everyone else is saying January 10th, where I said it 3 months ago. Just saying. I'm just saying. So please subscribe. Subscribe to me. Follow me. I keep you updated, keep things real. I tell it like it is. And we're having fun at the same time. And also give a like to the live stream too. We need more likes in here, guys. More likes because we're doing great. We are doing great. So. What else going on? Hello, Giancarlo. How are you? Yeah, the gold. When gold ETF first launched, gold, it kind of went a little sideways, a little down, and then took off. So Bitcoin probably will take off much sooner. I think we would see that. Hey, CDM, how are you? Bitcoin at a 920 billion market cap, about to pass $1 trillion. Doge has much more growth opportunity. Yes, we'll be showing that in just a minute. We'll get into that. Derek White, he's the man. I'm a big Kristaps Porzingis fan just because he's like the unicorn, right? 7'3" guy that just can do it all. I can't wait to watch him. But Derek White is awesome. Yes. I'm sorry for the Spurs loss on that one. That was a good trade on Boston side. Yeah, random items in the space boxes. Yep. Wednesday will be an eventful day all around. But I got those tickets to the Celtics game. And they were purchased last summer, like in August. So we have great seats. We're like 10 rows up, like almost right even with the basket, a little bit in on the court side. It's going to be awesome. Maybe I'll be on TV. You never know. Like button. Thank you, everybody. I have not heard of Crazy Frog. Don't even know what that's on. So I'm not talking about that. Hi, Phil. How are you? Good morning to you, where you are. ETF is probably approved. Why would Gary tell us retail investors not to buy crypto? Yes, and I have that all queued up right here. One, Gary Gensler, a thread, and he doesn't really know how to do a thread. But X is kind of putting it together for him. Some things to keep in mind if you're considering investing in crypto assets. Investments in crypto assets also can be exceptionally risky and are often volatile. A number of major platforms in crypto assets have become insolvent and or lost value. Investments in crypto assets continue to be subject to significant risk. Just don't do dumb things like trying to get interest on a crypto that is not properly staked. So Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, right? So don't do that. That's dumb, right? And then also, if you're trading on an exchange, whatever you do, don't keep it all sitting on the exchange like FTX or these other ones, especially if you're in the United States, you need a VPN to connect to it because it doesn't allow United States residents to trade on it. So you VPN onto it so you can get all of these other, meme tokens that you can't get normally here in the United States. And you're using leverage and all of that. That's risky. Yes, Gary is absolutely correct there. All of that is risky. And what have we learned over the past 2 or 3 years, right? Crypto investing is risky enough as it is. So that's why I only trade now on Coinbase and Robinhood. If it's not available on those 2 exchanges, I'm not buying it. Am I missing out on cryptos? Yes, I am. I'm missing out on the Crazy Frog and whatever else. That's okay with me. I'm betting on more of the big cap and medium cap cryptos. And yeah, I'm going to ride those because I'm just not willing to take on that much risk. So for some of you degeners out there and you want to go and and buy the latest meme that shows up somewhere. And you have no idea who the developer is, and you have no idea like what the contract says. You can't read Solidity. You don't know if there are hidden wallets or wallets that are honeypotted, or there's limits on the amount that you can sell. So when you buy, you get stuck and you can't sell, like all of that stuff. We hopefully have learned all of that over the past couple of years, not to do that. But some of you guys just keep degenning in, right? And then it gets rugged. You can't sell and you're stuck. So we learn, right? We learn and move forward. So Gary's right on that. And then Gary's number 3, of course, the fraudsters continue to exploit the rising popularity of crypto assets to lure retail investors into scams. These investments continue to be replete with fraud, bogus coin offerings, Ponzi schemes. Huh? Didn't Barry Madoff do a Ponzi scheme? Was that using crypto? No, that was using dollars, dollar bills. So what is more of a fraud currency, crypto or the US dollar? Which has actually been used for more crimes? I'm betting it's the dollar. But Gary won't say that, right? Because he's getting paid to push all this crypto FUD, even though the SEC is about to approve the Bitcoin spot ETFs. So that's why I think he put these series of tweets or posts on X today, because he's covering his own butt. He's doing his thing for the Biden administration, right? But at the same time, he's got pressure from the BlackRocks, right? And the Fidelities. So he's kind of caught in the middle. So he puts this out there. And then the Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to get approved in 2 days. Will we hear something tomorrow? Maybe. But again, 3 months ago, I said January 10th, and I'm sticking to it. I am sticking to it. So a March approval means that the ARC-21 gets denied because they can't. The final application date for approval on the ARC-21 Bitcoin spot ETF is January 10th. That means it needs to be rejected. Or, like I said the other day, maybe, right, the SEC convinces ARC-21 to retract their proposal and then resubmit. Now, why would they want to do that? I don't think so. So I'm going with Wednesday. That's what a lot of people are saying. So we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Bull Run? Hey, did you get that bonk? It dropped below 10. Did you see that? You had an opportunity to get some bonk. Just like you were saying, I didn't think it would go that low. I didn't think it would go that low. But you probably need to have a limit order set to get that. But it was right down there, 944. Look at that, 944 last night. That was your opportunity to get sub 10 bonk right there, because bonk is now back up to 12 and heading up. Oh, there it is. Yes, you did buy the bonk. Awesome. Awesome. No, I'm gonna wear green. I'm gonna wear Doge Father shirt. We'll be talking about Doge versus BTC in just a minute, Bull Run. But I think you can enjoy the Bitcoin dominance for a little while, but at some point in time, it's going to change back. Are you going to be ready to sell your Bitcoin, trade it back for Doge? Are you going to look for that? Hey, Ariel, how are you? Are we still going to have a crash? I don't think there's any more crashes. Again, we may see some kind of retrace, like on Bitcoin. I'm looking at sort of a possible last flush out of some leverage positions. Some people probably made some big leveraged bets here on this big green candle going up here. This is on the 4-hour. And I think there's going to be one little dump here to kind of flush out, liquidate some of those leverage positions. I think we're going to see that. That's my guess. Dogecoin, Elon Musk, X payments. That's what we're waiting for, new man. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, and stay away from Monero and other privacy coins. There's just so many better things to invest in. Monero might do okay in the bull run, but there's this FUD, and it's real FUD about privacy coins. So yeah, I'm staying away from them. So bum, 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 bum. Hello, how are you? Dogecoin 1M. That's right. A lot of fraud in the stock market, manipulation, shorting, all of that. I mean, you saw what happened with GameStop in 2021. That was the classic example of fraud in the stock market. Can't let the little guy win. No. Can't do it. Dun, 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 dun. You're up 10% on Bitcoin, thinking, should I sell or should I wait? A lot of people are saying it's priced in. I don't see how it can be priced in already, ETF. That's a call you're going to have to make. Again, I think we're going to see some price action where it comes down a bit and then eventually goes higher. Some saying it's a sell the news thing, that there might be a little bit of a price pump and then it's going to dump. Hard to say at this point. Hey, Bulldozer, how are you? Aaron, is a problem to trade futures using VPN. Why do you want to trade futures? Why not just buy the crypto and put it on a cold storage device? Or, I mean, Coinbase and Robinhood, I keep some of my crypto there because there are some that I'm like, maybe they're going to be ones that I'm not staking, although I do have Ethereum staked on Coinbase because I staked it initially a year and a half ago. So that's still there staked. Or there's some cryptos that I'm like looking at a possible price for a crypto I may not 100% believe in long term. And so I'm going to sell it when it hits my price, such as SHIB or Bonk. SHIB is sitting on Robinhood. Bonk is sitting on Coinbase. And I'm not going to move them off. I'm going to sell them when they eventually hit my price for selling, and I'll rotate into whatever hasn't pumped yet. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, about rotating altcoins, because I already did some of that, and I will do some of that again. My timing hasn't been the best, but I believe in my trades. So my portfolio is all green. Isn't that nice, Phil? That just says, pat yourself on the back and say, good job, right? You picked the right things. An all green portfolio is very, very good. So yes, our portfolio, our Kriss Pax portfolio here, let's see how it's doing. Bum, 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 bum. Our Kriss Pax portfolio has 2 losers, XRP and Litecoin. We have 2 of them in the red. Overall, we're up 40%. 41% is our all-time profit, thanks to things like our Bitcoin is up 74%. Our render is up 176%. Thank you again, Toss. 94% up on Algorand. So they're carrying the load for a couple of these losers. Litecoin has just been horrible this year, just Horrible trading on Litecoin. We don't have a lot of it though. We only have 8.8 Litecoin, so not a lot, but yeah, it's been pretty bad. And XRP is just, I don't know. That was one I thought was going to keep running from the summer, and it just didn't. It just died. But yeah, so not quite 100% green, but overall, pretty good. Will Bitcoin hit all-time highs first and then altcoin season starts? Good question. Good question. I think it'll come after a pump, but it may be just into the 50s. May not be all the way into the 60s when we see that turn. Because I think the Bitcoin halving is going to have more of an impact on Bitcoin than alts. And that's coming up in April. So that's kind of when I see the trend turning back to alts is going to be April. That's kind of what I'm looking at. You're not selling your BTC back to Doge. You have other crypto sitting there doing nothing right now to trade and make that. All right. Well, good luck. Good luck. Hey, Kyle, lots of Doge. Had it for a while. Blows my mind. Doge was at 6 and Bitcoin at 20K. Yep. Yeah. Again, we'll get into Doge versus Bitcoin. We'll get there. Let me just finish the chat here. Yeah. What about what was it? Republic Bank, First Republic or something that just crashed? Yeah. Buying ones that haven't pumped yet. You made a list of cryptos. Some have already gone 5x, like Solana. Some haven't yet. I went into Cardano. Cardano's gone 2x. Solana went 5x. So I flipped from Solana to Cardano. But I did it before Solana did its full 5x. I did it a little too soon. But we'll see if Cardano catches back up. Solana's at 97, Cardano's at 53, even though that's $97.53. It's just that there's a lot more ADA tokens out there. So if ADA catches Solana just in terms of those numbers, then I feel good about that swap. And I always have them on my watch list right next to each other, so I can always see that relationship between the two. So, all right. So we're on the 4-hour chart. What we're going to look at is the Doge BTC chart. And I know for Dogecoin lovers, this is just awful. Well, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. So what has Bitcoin dominance been doing? Since the 28th of December, it's gone up. It's just gone up. And this whole thing is all related to Bitcoin spot ETFs. And what many traders are doing is they've been rotating out of their altcoins into Bitcoin, as well as new traders coming in just buying Bitcoin. So you get those two together and you get this happening with Bitcoin dominance, that the dominance is going back up, which makes Ben Cowan happy. We go back to the daily on this. We can see that it was higher, and I called the peak up here at 55%. This was the peak that I called in early December, because I thought the alts were just going to follow Bitcoin while Bitcoin was moving toward this spot ETF. There'd be enough excitement in the crypto market that alts were going to follow. And I missed it for the past few weeks here. I missed that. This was a nice sign here, from right before Christmas right up to the 28th, where the altcoins were really the ones that were pumping. Bitcoin dominance went down, but it turned around and came back up and might even go higher. So we'll see about that. But when we talk about Doge and BTC, yeah, it's been tough. This dive. So Dogecoin didn't go up as high when Bitcoin went up and fell lower when Bitcoin went lower. Those two together caused this drop off in the Doge BTC trading pair, where I called the bottom back here on the 25th of October at 0.000019. That was right there, predicted that would go up, which it did, but I did not foresee this drop here. So what does that mean? Does that mean if you bought today between Bitcoin and Dogecoin, if you're buying today, where are you going to put your money? Are you going to put it in Bitcoin or are you going to put it in Dogecoin? And what I look at as an example is I go to the weekly on the Doge Bitcoin chart, and you'll see that there have been a number of pumps for Dogecoin. This was late October 2022 when Elon Musk bought Twitter. Dogecoin price took off when Bitcoin's didn't. So that's why we have that pump in that Doge BTC trading pair. But eventually it traded back down. But we zoom back to include 2021, and the last time the Doge BTC pair was at 17, which is the price now, was when it flew past it back here in April of 2021. And that's when Doge was pumping. It had briefly gone above it here late January, early February, that first Doge pump in 2021. And then the second Doge pump, it just blew right past it. So looking at this trading pair chart, and you look at where Doge BTC is right now at 17, could you imagine one of these pumps coming up? Possibly. So if you look at the Dogecoin price then, and what Dogecoin is at 8 cents. So Dogecoin trading at 8 cents. Let me go back to the daily chart. So Dogecoin trading at 8 cents. To get to 35 cents, which is my target, my first target, where I'm thinking of scalping some profits from 8 cents, just over 8 cents. So that's like little over a 4x from here for Doge to get from where it is today to 35 cents. Why 35 cents? Well, 35 cents was the top of that second part of the bull market. When Bitcoin hit its all-time high, Doge hit 35 cents. And that's why I'm targeting 35 cents, not 74. That's not my first target. My first target is 35. But that is a 4x from here. If Bitcoin does a 4x from here, Bitcoin is already at $47,000. A 4x from here takes it to like 175,000. So that's almost 3 times Bitcoin's previous all-time high to do a 4x. My money's on Doge. From today, my money's on Doge. I think Doge will perform better in this coming bull market from today than Bitcoin will. That's what I'm saying. We'll see. I mean, Bitcoin might just go crazy and takes off and nothing else does. Of course, Dogecoin will follow Bitcoin as Bitcoin goes up, just not at the same percentage. Dogecoin needs its own catalysts. And its own catalysts are things like, Elon doing something with Twitter, like we saw back here in late October of 2022. That kind of catalyst that drives the Dogecoin price up. We may see it with SpaceX and the Doge 1 mission in February. Hopefully all goes well with that. But I'm betting more towards the summer with X payments and something happening with Doge there. And who knows with Tesla, whether something with Doge will happen there. This was a tough breakdown from the descending wedge that Dogecoin had been forming since early December up through early January. That was a tough breakdown. What did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin did just the opposite. Bitcoin has not a descending wedge, but an ascending wedge. And so Bitcoin, instead of dropping down, went ahead and traded up above it now. Now, I think it's going to come back and retest that line, and we'll take out some liquidated longs. I've seen this happen a million times in trading and would fully expect it to happen. And that will probably be tonight or tomorrow night. We will see that kind of retracement in the price of Bitcoin. We'll check in on it and see whether that actually happens or not. But that's what I'm looking at. So, hey, there's the dancing Doge. See, even TradingView knows that Doge is cool and Doge is fun. Even TradingView knows that. So, Dogecoin and Bitcoin head to the moon with epic rocket launch today. Well, that was this morning. And now doesn't look like Dogecoin is going to make it. Yes, there is a Bitcoin on the Peregrine lunar lander as well, but nobody's talking about that. But we're all talking about the Dogecoin on there. Yeah, so I gave the update earlier on that. If you just joined the stream, I did the Astrobotic update on that. Please follow me on X Twitter, Kriss, and you can read the updates that I've reposted from Astrobotic on the current status of the mission. SEC may approve spot Bitcoin ETF in a couple days now. Duh. I predicted this back in October. 3 months ago, I said this was going to happen on January 10th, and it now looks like it's actually going to happen. Experts believe spot Bitcoin ETFs will be trading by Wednesday. So you print that today. Well, one expert who is a renowned analyst said this back in October, that Bitcoin spot ETFs would be trading by Wednesday. I actually don't think you're going to get the trading by Wednesday, though. The trading may be a couple days later, either by Friday or maybe early next week for the actual trading. The spot Bitcoin ETF could be approved on Wednesday, but they may not actually have trading starting on with it on Wednesday. That's just how these things work, guys. And people who write these articles aren't paying attention. They don't do their research. There's just been so many wrong things printed in a lot of these articles. They don't take the time to research what is really true and what isn't. But that's why you guys follow me. So we had an update from what I showed in my video this morning on some of these fees, because the BlackRock one is actually 12 months. 12 months of a waiver of their fee, not 6 months or $5 billion. So what these companies are doing is they are competing for people to buy their spot ETFs. Why are they doing this? Because they know they're going to get approved. And so they're trying to set their fees they're in competition to set them as low as possible. Actually, the iBit one, the iShares one, the BlackRock, isn't a 0%. It's a 0.2% for 12 months, and then it will raise up to 0.3, where ARC21, their fee for the first 6 months is going to be 0, no fees. They're trying to get people to buy theirs, and then they'll make their fees later on. And even then their fees are less than BlackRock. The problem with this is, of course, for them, BlackRock just has so many more investors. They're already tied into the whole BlackRock ecosystem, has tons of money with them, has their traders, when their brokers on a phone call, that they'll just say, buy me some of that Bitcoin to their broker, and they'll go buy Bitcoin ETFs for them, and then make sure they have the underlying asset, make sure they have enough Bitcoin in the bank or in their wallets, and they may need to be buying more Bitcoin because they may not have enough. So we'll see. We'll see about that. But anyway, just wanted to show you that. Trader issues warning on altcoins. Says market environment shifting. Leaders are pulling back. So what's happening here, this is like Say. So Say just went on this huge run the last month, and now it's pulling back. It's overbought. And we typically see that. You see some coins take off, and then they take a breather, and then other coins take off. And again, this is Altcoin Sherpa is saying the exact same thing. That, as I've been saying, that once one of these horses goes on this big run, it takes a breather. And the breather may be a retrace, or it may just be sideways, and maybe other altcoins are moving then. So I've done it on a couple. Haven't been 100% successful yet, but maybe in the long term I will be. But we'll keep you up to date on that. Someone sent $1.2 million in Bitcoin to Satoshi's wallet. Did you guys hear about this? Kind of crazy that there was this transfer of Bitcoin. It was right here. 27 Bitcoins went from a Binance wallet to a Satoshi Nakamoto wallet. That first wallet where that first Genesis block was. That first thing was in this wallet. So who knows what's going on with that? That's going to be interesting to follow this story. If you guys are interested in it, we can get into a little more detail. But if you just go look at Connor's X Twitter profile and find this, you can find all of the comments and discussion about this. It's really kind of crazy, some of the ideas people have behind this. And then we've got liquidations. So what did we have, right? Bitcoin goes up from 44 to 45, and we have liquidations, $17 million in crypto. But when Bitcoin goes up from 45 to 47, we have 64 million. Wait, that first bet was 13 million and then 18 million. Almost $100 million in shorts. People who are shorting Bitcoin were convinced that Bitcoin's price was going to go down before the spot ETFs got approved, and they got liquidated. What's going to happen now? Well, like I said earlier, I think Bitcoin's price is going to drop down, maybe to 46K, maybe down to 45. We'll see how far that drop goes. And then we're going to see a bunch of these green spikes come up like we saw over here last week. And it's going to be liquidating the leveraged longs because a bunch of people just opened up 10x, 20x, 50x Bitcoin bets on the longs, and they're going to get liquidated. That's how the trading works, which is why I think we're going to see in Bitcoin, we're going to see this kind of movement here where it's going to drop. And that's going to be coming up. So I do not trade with leverage. I do not short. I DCA, I buy, I hold. And then a year from now, I'm probably going to start selling. That's going to be the beginning of the top. I don't know where the top is going to be in a bull market. You never know. But this cycle, I'm taking profits. And most of the profits I'm taking are in all of the other crypto I hold, some in Doge, but everything else probably I'm going to be taking profits. So that's my trading strategy. That's what I'm doing. Some people talking about super cycles and maybe because of these Bitcoin spot ETFs, the 4-year cycle started a year early, and we may not see the bull market extend into 2025. But overall, I think with the Bitcoin spot ETFs and there being a huge demand from wealthy investors that aren't into Bitcoin now that want to be, that's on top of all of the other demand for Bitcoin. So I think Bitcoin's price is going to keep going up through sometime in 2025. And then it's going to peak out. And then we're going to go into bear market again. I will continue to follow the 4-year cycles until there are no more 4-year cycles. So, Bitcoin is too slow and expensive to build on, but that's not stopping stacks in the ordinals from being successful so far. Will stacks eventually turn around and die? Maybe. I took my profits on stacks. I'm missing out on some of the run that stacks has gone on because I believe the same thing here. But the other things I bought into have been doing well, except for the bonk. I made the first trade with bonk, doubled my money, took the profits, then bought in lower, but bonk has gone down even lower than where I was, but now it's coming back. So I think I'm okay on that, but still behind in comparison to where I was with that stacks bag that I had. But that's okay. Long term, we'll see how that works out. BTC store of value, ETH, layer 1, Dogecoin currency. That's it. Dogecoin currency. Again, more and more people talking about Bitcoin just not being currency. A lot of FUD out there about Lightning Network now that I'm hearing that the Lightning Network really doesn't work well, and not really, a lot of people just not recommending using Lightning Network Bitcoin as currency. So what else is there, right? It's Dogecoin. That is the currency. That's the currency to use. And we will see whether this year Elon Musk will have X payments with Dogecoin as a currency. That's what I'm waiting for. Meanwhile, we get more green candles during a Kriss Pack's live stream. Look at this. Up to 8.15. Look at that. Kriss has been live now almost an hour. Green candle, green candle, green candle, green candle. How about that? I should be live more often, right? I should be live more often. Look at those green candles. I'm not doing leverage trading, bull run. Haha, not doing it. Maybe the 4-year cycle's broken. Maybe. Do you think institutions are selling Bitcoin? I don't. I think they are buying Bitcoin. They're just accumulating for future gains. That's how institutions trade. I'm all done with buying crypto. I'm just going to wait until 2025. You know, Rodrigo, that's not a bad thing. I mean, but if you come across some money in April, I'm just saying after that, the Bitcoin halving happens, we may see some miners dumping some Bitcoin. And I am forecasting in late April a dip in the Bitcoin market, and the alts probably being somewhat affected, not as much on that dip, and altcoin season starting. So between now and then, again, I'll just tell you what I'm doing. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm going to have some dry powder ready in late April to buy some things on the dip. And it may be Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does indeed drop more than altcoins, like I think, and I see that Bitcoin dominance going down, I may buy more Bitcoin then. There's going to be miners that are going to be going out of business because with the halving, they're not going to be able to make money based on their energy costs. They're not going to be profitable. And there's going to be Bitcoin selling. But again, this is months away from now, but it's just something I'm looking at long term. Low Roller thinks there's going to be a crypto crash in 2025. I don't know about that. I don't know. Toss, I name dropped you earlier with your render call from the summer. I'll never forget that. That was a good call. I have not seen a Netflix documentary. I don't have Netflix, so haven't seen it. I did, Alex, earlier. And then at the beginning of the stream, just about an hour ago, I gave my updates on the Astrobotic, what's going on there, and also a little bit on SpaceX Doge 1 mission. But since you asked, again, that's going to be mid-February, still on track for this launch window, February 12th to 16th. We'll get more information in early February on where that's sitting on SpaceX's launch pad. There's competition for launch pads, with these rockets. So we'll get more information early February. But yes, very very excited about the SpaceX Doge 1 mission, and we'll see. Oh no, not Pro the Doge. No. Don't tell me they use him. Oh God. No, Bitcoin. Oh, so it's a bearish view of Bitcoin. Interesting. There's another one with Pro. Awesome. That's just a way to get people wrecked. I'm just saying. That's just a way to get people wrecked. AI crypto, I bought into Fetch. So that is the one I invested in just to get into some AI. Here's the Fetch chart. Oh, looking very nice today. Very nice. Let me zoom out to the daily on Fetch. My average price is 36 cents. So I am up just about 2x right now on that. I bought it way back here in March. I bought Fetch. Could have waited until the summer, but I didn't. I had the money then, and that's where I bought Fetch. So eventually in October, it caught back up to my buy price and has doubled since then. So I am in the AI game with Fetch AI. We'll see what happens. Tom, how are you? You caught my live. You had a fun one earlier. I wasn't able to join though, but I saw because your ex Twitter post and the number of people that joined your stream there was epic. So good job. Good job. We talk more about Dogecoin, some altcoins, cover a little bit that's going on Bitcoin, but more of a Doge focused group over here because it's fun. Because it's fun. And I also have Doge merch too in my store if you're interested in Doge merch. Yeah, so we've been charting Dogecoin, and you probably saw this, Tom, too. Descending wedge, classic, broke out to the downside, while Bitcoin at the same time was in an ascending wedge and broke out up. So just classic trading, one versus the other. So we've been talking about that. And also my pick, Tom, if you didn't see it, is Dogecoin either tonight or tomorrow coming back down from 47K to 46, maybe 45 to flush out leveraged long traders like you. Unfortunately, I don't know where your stop loss is, but I just think before that Bitcoin ETF approval that there's going to be one more little flush out of leveraged longs. That's probably going to happen. That's just what we saw back here on the 3rd of January. And we've been watching this CoinGlass liquidation data where The longs get liquidated, then the shorts get liquidated, and the next one is going to be the longs again. So that's my bet. But I'm not trading it. I'm a buy and hold kind of guy. Someone asked earlier if I have Bitcoin. I've got some Bitcoin. Let's see, in my portfolio, I hold the most Dogecoin. Algorand is number 2. Avalanche is number 3. Cardano number 4. Bitcoin's number 5. Bitcoin's my number 5 holding. And then Optimism is catching up because Optimism has been on a run. I was down on Optimism for a while, but those are my top 6 that I hold. Okay, so we covered the Doge 1 mission, Astrobotic, asking a question about Trezor. No, the only hardware wallet I have is Ledger. So I have a link in the description below if you want to check out Ledger, and I get a little affiliate income if you use my link, so appreciate that. I use the Ledger Nano S Plus. This is the one that does not have Bluetooth. You don't need Bluetooth on a hardware wallet. The whole idea of a crypto hardware wallet is to keep your crypto safe. If you've got Bluetooth, that means there's another way somebody can get into your hardware wallet. So you don't need that. That's the X. It costs more. You don't need it. Whenever you transact with this, you plug it in, you do your business either on or off, and then you unplug it. Nano S Plus, that's all you need. It's the cheapest one. Highly recommended. But I do have an Exodus wallet, and I do not use it on the app. I do not have the Exodus wallet on my phone. It's only on an alternate laptop that I have. And I use that because of staking. My Algorand is on there, and I have that staked. So it goes directly to the Algorand Foundation. And I make those like every 2 or 3 months. I make that. I do that staking to governance in order to get the staking rewards. So I use Exodus for that. And then I have Trust Wallet and MyDoge wallet on my phone. If I ever am in a situation to make a purchase with crypto, with Dogecoin, I can do that with my phone, like my AMC tickets. I go to the AMC app. I have my AMC Stubs account on there, and I click checkout through BitPay with Dogecoin, and it grabs directly from the MyDoge wallet, and it's like that. No Bitcoin Lightning Network crap. It is Dogecoin. Works great. I haven't paid cash for a movie in years. It's always Doge. Using Doge as currency. That's what I do. So, Centra Tech Coin. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I don't know how high Stacks is going to go. Really, I was surprised it reached $2. I was just like, really? Wow. That's pretty high. I still have Stacks on here because I used to own it. Right here, back up to $1.98. Look at that. But it hit $2 earlier today, and I was just like, wow, $2 for Stacks. Well, good for you, Bull Run, for holding it. But I got out of it. So now I'm rooting for Bonk and Celestia. Now I did buy some Celestia with that as well. And Celestia has been doing very well. What else is going on in crypto currencies? Who's raking in the big bucks now? ICP is running again. And I know you've got that too, Bull Run. ICP is running again. Here's Bonk, number 2. Look at that. But Bonk took a big hit. So Bonk for 7 days is down 14%, but up 18% in 24 hours. So there's Bonk. Here's Injective. Here's Stacks. And then down here are the rest of mine: Render, VeChain, Rose, Cardano, Hedera, Algorand, Avalanche. So all up. Those are all the ones that I own. So good trading. Good trading. Yes, you did get me into TIA, Bowrun. Thank you. Celestia. And since I bought it, I'm just hearing nothing but good things about it. So glad I'm there. And look, Doge just keeps going up. 8.16 now, up to 8.17. So we'll see whether Doge can get back up here to 8.75, 8.8, touch back into the edge of this little wedge here before taking off and going to the moon. We'll see. We will see about that. All right, gang, that's what we got for today. Look, when it comes to buying crypto, you have choices, right? And your choices are not necessarily how things have performed in the past, but how things are going to perform in the future, right? And you don't know. You don't know whether previous all-time highs are going to be hit or not. Particularly some of the altcoins that probably went too crazy in past bull cycles. We don't know yet. So be careful at looking at past all-time highs and whether current or this coming bull market, whether they will actually hit them. I'm confident Bitcoin will, but other alts, who knows? There are some newer ones like Arbitrum and Optimism that are already past all-time highs or just were maybe retraced a little bit, that are seeking now a new price. So that's kind of interesting to watch. Glad I'm in with a couple of those. But again, we'll be watching Dogecoin. Again, video tomorrow, but nothing on Wednesday, maybe till late. So look for a late night, Wednesday night live stream after the Boston Celtics game. Hopefully the Celtics win. I'll be in a happier mood. No, it won't matter. But if there's Bitcoin spot ETF approval on Wednesday and prices are going up, that could be, as Tom says, a juicy stream. And we'll be looking to celebrate that. But unfortunately, during the day and early evening, while everybody else is celebrating, if indeed all the prices are going crazy, I won't be live at my normal 5 o'clock time. It's going to be a late night one on Wednesday night. So I hope you all are well, and we will see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.